In my last video, we talked about how you should be consistently talking about brands on your social media page. You'll have your normal, fun, unsponsored posts, and then you'll also have your sponsored posts. However, if you are posting an unpaid, product-focused video or static image, you might be wondering to yourself, do I have to disclose that this isn't an ad? You do have to disclose when a post is sponsored. However, you should definitely not say when something is not sponsored. And here's why. First of all, what does it mean to disclose that something isn't sponsored? Imagine for a moment that you're talking about how much you love brand X in a post, but you don't want your audience or the algorithm thinking it's an ad. So you think to yourself, I'll just say that it isn't an ad. An example of this could be that you are talking about brand X and they make dresses. So you say, I love this dress. It makes me feel beautiful. It's flowy. It's on sale. And don't worry, this isn't sponsored. By saying your glowing remarks about this brand and the product, and then immediately following it up by saying, don't worry, this isn't an ad or this isn't a sponsorship, you've set yourself up for mistrust. This gives the impression that by saying nice things about a brand or a product, you were paid to do so. Almost like how saying something nice about a product, unprovoked and unpaid, somehow makes your recommendation better. And this could even backfire for your previous post because it comes off like you weren't giving your honest opinion for the other things you said about those brands and products. Because now moving forward for a sponsored post, it's going to sound like you were only paid to say nice things. Your words should always be the truth. Whether you were paid to talk about a brand or you weren't paid to talk about a brand, regardless, it should always be your honest opinion. You need to build trust with your audience and need to actually talk about things that you actually like, even if no one paid you to do so. And if you're gearing up for a paid collaboration, make sure it's with a brand you actually like. You should talk about brands openly, willingly, and regularly, even if money is not involved. This will not only build trust with your audience, but when it comes time for you actually posting a sponsored post, it won't look like you are shouting ad right in their face. Because by consistently talking about brands and products on your page, then seeing a sponsorship won't seem like anything outside of your regular content. And don't be afraid to talk about products you love on the regular. Your audience loves hearing your thoughts. So if you're giving them out regularly, you're setting yourself up for success. And just remember that also includes your honest opinion about stuff you don't like. Either way, your audience will trust you more for it. So stop following up your glowing remarks about a brand by saying that the post isn't sponsored. You are only hurting yourself doing this.